Good afternoon. My name is Hazel Bowman, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Prescott's 8th annual and our first virtual pet blessing service. As I always enjoy saying, where we honor animals of all faiths. You know, our pet blessings always have begun with a pet processional. Now, generally, we would be gathering right now outside the sanctuary, but instead we are gathered online in this circle of love. Now, I have made slides of all the photos that I have been receiving over these past few months. However, if you were unable to do so, maybe have a picture of your loved baby close by, or maybe even your little loved fur baby right there to pet, or maybe even on your lap to cuddle during this short service. Now, you'll see on each of the slides that I added a little bit more information about that beautiful baby that you have, as well as adding the information of who that pet adopted. Oh, I know we always think that it is us who does the adopting and the rescuing, but in all truth, it is them that chooses us. And so with that, let the pet processional begin. Well, we were hoping for music, but let's just read it instead. Sharon, it's Monkey, right?
Yes, that's my cat Monkey. She was found at my work under someone's tire. Her eyes weren't even opened. And so I had to bottle feed her every couple of hours, had to take her to work with me and feed her when she was a tiny baby. She had a tough time, but she was a tough little gal, and she's still with me. And she tolerates her dog brother Junior.
I love it. Next slide. Oh, Jackson, if you could play music, that would be great during all this.
Joe Biden. Composer Cloud.
That was beautiful. My name is Grace McManus, and I'm so grateful to be here today at our annual pet blessing. So I want us all to now take just a moment to recognize our divine creator, that divine presence, which we find just in everything and everywhere, especially in our beloved pets. So I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to serve during this service. And I release this now into the law and say, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Grace. And thank you again for everyone being here. And wasn't that a magnificent processional of pets? Those that have touched our hearts, that love that still is always with us no matter what. My name is Hazel Bowman, and I am so excited that for today's pet blessing, I am being joined by our honorary junior minister, Seamus, and one of our to-be practitioners, Sharon Tice. Our planet is... Hey, how you doing?
Good.
All right. So good to see you both here. Oh, you know, our planet is facing major conservation challenges, from threats like climate change, deforestation, overfishing, and illegal wildlife trade. You know, our impact on the planet primarily comes from what we eat, what we buy, how we power our home, and how we travel from place to place. Of course, governmental policies and protections also play a very important role. But protecting our planet and keeping planetary warming below 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit is not impossible, and none of us need to do it alone. You know, trees help one another to survive. If one in the forest isn't getting enough sunlight or water, then the others will send its nutrients down through the underground, through that fungus, through that to that root system. In our own way, we can each do the same thing in helping our planet. Together, we can take action to create lasting solutions and protect the future of nature. You see, no animal or creature needs to go extinct. Seamus and Sharon, I gotta tell you, we live in an amazing world. How about if we share with them some amazing facts about this great planet that we live in?
Sure.
Okay, Seamus, you take it off.
Okay. Your dog probably dreams about you. According to research, there's reasons to believe that animals dream similarly, I don't know how to say that, to how humans do, but about the usual dog stuff, like going on walks or making their owner happy.
Yeah. Ah. Next slide.
Well, when dogs lay down and do that funny leg stick out thing, do people know it's called a sploot?
You know, I had no idea that that's what it was
Yeah.
called. Not only is it funny looking to look at, it's a funny sounding name.
Yeah.
Oh, next slide. Yeah, you know, dogs can tell when you're due to come home by just how much of your scent is remaining inside the house. You know, a dog's sense of smell is approximately 100,000 times better than your own. So they can smell things that we can't. Next.
Dogs can notice when their owners are being treated rudely and will turn into a snub, that person. Well, yeah.
Does anyone else tell their pets, I'll be back soon when you leave the house? Or is it just me? Yep,
It's me.
me too.
I do the same thing. Either that or I'll ask him, what did you say? So, oh, next. Now, here's something interesting. Did you know that most female cats are right pawed and most male cats are left pawed? So, next time you look at your fur baby there, see which one's more dominant.
Cats are very sneaky, like foxes. Their back paws step almost exactly where their front paws stepped, reducing the noise and visible tracks. Also, like, usually an example of that is like if like a cat is like walking on an edge of something like a chair, it's just they put one paw right in front of each other.
They do. They do.
Well, anyone who has the pleasure of living with a kitty knows that cats conserve their energy by sleeping 13 to 14 hours a day. And let me tell you, my monkey, that's her.
It's true. It's true. Uh, do you know what a group of cats is called? Chowder. Doesn't that sound like an unusual name? But it's true. A group of cats together, we call them a chowder. So,
Horses gallop at around 27 miles per hour.
that's fast.
And I'm not sure that everyone knows, but cows have best friends, and they're happier when they're with those best friends.
Yes. Goats, people might not know this, but goats and cows have accents. They do. It changes based on the region where they live. So cows tend to move differently depending on the region they live in. And it's similar to goats, but goats also adopt a new accent if they start hanging out with other new goats for a while. They have accents.
Some harvest mice like to sleep in little tulip petals cute little face in the tulip.
Yeah, it's Starlight.
And rats laugh when you tickle them.
I never knew
I've checked that out because I've not had a rat, but I think that's very interesting.
Yes. Hundreds of trees, if not more, become seedlings every year because of squirrels who forgot where they buried their food. According Yeah, I know. Gray squirrels bury their food, nuts, acorns, etc., all over the place, but they often forget to dig them back up. And so those buried seeds have a good chance of becoming full-grown trees.
It's crazy. A group of bunnies is sometimes, only sometimes, called a fluffle. Fluffle. Yes.
Yes, and there's an island in Japan called Usagishima, which means Rabbit Island, that is covered in tame bunnies.
And then there's my favorite bug, the ladybug, also known as ladybirds. And a group of ladybirds, also known as ladybugs, is called a loveliness. And I think it's because they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, some spiders keep tiny little frogs as pets. Take a look how small that little frog is there on a leaf, which the spiders then will protect from predators. So kind of helping each other out.
Did you know that bees sleep between 5 and 8 hours a day, sometimes in flowers? Also, they like to sleep with other bees and hold each other's feet. That means they love to cuddle, right?
Yeah, they do.
Plus, who doesn't like to cuddle?
Right.
Wait.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go to the next slide after bees.
And here is something that I had not seen before. Not all wasps are black and yellow. This one is called the rainbow wasp, and it comes from South Africa, and it's gorgeous. The colors are just gorgeous in this wasp.
It is beautiful. If a crow is in danger, their crow friends will come and back them up. Also true, crows can recognize faces. So if you're nice to one by bringing them food, they'll remember you and want to be your friends. In fact, they might even bring you something shiny to say thank you.
Bluebirds. Look at the difference between a male and a female.
Can you see the females?
Yeah. Mother Nature does do a beautiful job camouflaging the bluebirds to protect their babies.
Yes.
And some fish can recognize their owner's face. Now, it depends on the type of fish, but some fish can learn to recognize familiar faces despite not having the same region in their brain that we humans use for facial recognition. There was a study that discovered this fact, but they used only the archer fish. But other small fish might also be capable of this as well.
Dolphin mothers sing to their babies while they're in the womb. You know, according to the University of Southern Mississippi, dolphin mothers will make a signature whistle for the benefit of its calf while it's still in the womb. And this whistle is thought to act as some sort of a name for the mother that allows the calf and mother to locate each other more easily once it's born. In fact, after the calf is born, other nearby adult dolphins will actually whistle less, likely to help the calf learn to use the right whistle for its mom.
A baby blue whale, a calf, averages 23 feet and 4,400 pounds when born. Fun fact, as an adult, its tongue will weigh as much as an elephant. An elephant!
Wow. Most sea turtles come back to the same beach that they were born on in order to hatch their eggs and start their next generation of turtles. And when they are hatched, they leave the beach and go back to the sea.
Yeah.
Norway once knighted a penguin named Niles.
Yes, they did. In fact, there's even penguins, did you know, are ticklish. They often make kind of a laughter response when they're tickled, which are similar to sounds that they might make when they're playing. Why don't you take this one, Seamus?
Okay. Polar bears sometimes make pillows out of snow before they fall asleep. Fun fact, even though polar bears look white, they're actually black.
They have black skin, yes.
Yes. Now next one.
Koalas mark their territory with a scent gland on their chest so that they hug trees really tightly in order to leave their marks.
Now, cheetahs can't roar, so they meow and they purr instead. They also make high-pitched chirping noises, which personally I think is just as cute as the Dickens.
When a baby elephant is born, other mothers in the social group will trumpet or celebrate or announce the baby's arrival. Plus, elephants tend to stay close in close family groups for their whole lives, which are generally made up of female elephants.
And then it's noted that sometimes baby elephants suck on their trunks the same way that humans suck their thumbs. And much like baby humans, the baby elephants lack fine motor skills. So even when they can walk, they sometimes have trouble performing complex actions with their trunks, like squirting water into their mouth. And so that results in them often flaunting their trunks around.
Now, baby giraffes, which are also known as calves, average a height of 6 feet at birth, and they weigh 100 to 150 pounds when they're born. Seems small in comparison to the blue whale, doesn't it?
Good news! Some snow leopard and white rhino populations have been improving to the point that they're no longer endangered. Yay!
And there is a white rhino.
Yes. Giant pandas are no longer an endangered species. In fact, the giant panda populations have increased 17% over a decade. Now, they've been downgraded from endangered to vulnerable. but it doesn't mean that we're, pardon the pun, out of the woods yet. But they're no longer endangered.
As tiger populations are on the rise for the first time in 100 years. That's a lot of years.
Yes, it is.
And the manatee is no longer on the endangered species list either.
Since 2019, when China announced it would stop ivory trading, demand for elephant ivory has plummeted. Isn't that great news?
The Ocean Cleanup Project plans to clean up 40% of the ocean plastics starting this year. This year.
There are 20 countries that have created 40 protected marine parks, and this covers an area that's the size of the United States of America alone. So that's super good news.
As part of the Paris Agreement's larger focus on the environment, 1.5 million volunteers in India planted a record-breaking 66 million trees in 12 hours. Wow.
That's a lot. If all of the beasts were gone, men would die from a great loneliness of spirit. For whatever happens to the beast also happens to man. All things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the sons of the earth. Yes.
And that was said by Chief Seattle. And so with that, let's go in with great gratitude to you and Sharon, Seamus. Let us go in, Grace. If you could do the general blessing.
Yes, thank you, Hazel. That was a wonderful, wonderful pet blessing. So let us take that time again as we remember the great Creator, the divine presence and intelligence that has provided us with so much in this universe. And we are totally grateful for all the blessings we receive during this time of our lives here on this planet, the wonderful animals that inhabit, the humans who contribute, the plant life and everything that makes this world what it is, and all the objects in the sky that makes the universe what it is. And I am so grateful for all these blessings that we have received today as I release it and say, and so it is. Thank you, God.
And I am going to finish with our benediction for today during our blessing of the pets. Also, it's noted that today is World Animal Day. It's a global day to celebrate the beautiful beings with which we share this planet. So I say, I give thanks to Spirit for the time that we've had here today, sharing our pictures and information about our four-legged, two-legged, and no-legged beings that share our lives, our homes, and provide love, companionship, and so much more. I give thanks for the sharing about those who have passed on, knowing that the memory of them is still with us. I give thanks for the information that has been shared about the creatures with whom we do share this earth, remembering that they are a part of Spirit, as are we. And finally, I give thanks to all who shared and participated in this blessing of the pets today. for having these beings in our lives surely blesses us. And so I know that this is so. And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. Yay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
everyone.
Thank